Hello everyone. So I've had a week of just being like, man, I don't want to make things. And then I realized that I have this Vlogalogue thing that I'm supposed to do. So now I'm making a video for that. A while back I was diagnosed as bipolar. And it's something that has, you've always known that something was off. And now that I have a name for it, I don't want to use it as an excuse. But man, am I on a low this week. I just don't feel like doing anything. I have played so far today, it's like 2 p.m. I've played like 8 video games for about 10 minutes each. Because I'm just like, video game. I don't feel like doing the video game thing. Alright, I'm going to try this now. I don't feel like doing this now. Hey. So anyway, I watched everyone else's videos and wrote down some notes on this very tiny post-it note with this purple pen that I'm not sure where I got. I don't know where I got this. So Victoria apparently doesn't like movies. Niall doesn't like the movie industry, so that's good. I really like movies because I want to be in them, I guess. Is a good enough reason? I mean, when it comes to movies like Battleship, I think it was called Battleship, and all the other crap that Niall was talking about. Yeah, those movies are going to not be good because if you go into that expecting good plot, then you're there for the wrong reason. It's not what you're there for. It's kind of like when I saw Pacific Rim, I was really disappointed with it because I expected plot, and that's not what it's about. It's about taking your kaiju figurine and your Jaeger figurine and smashing them together like an idiot. In water. Why were they in water? It doesn't make sense. There was a time that I used to collect DVDs, and now I just don't. And I don't know why that is. Part of being on a lull, we'll call it, with bipolar, is that I don't feel like talking about anything. But I told people I would, so now I am. This has 2 backs. Look at this. Back 1, back 2. What is that? This is a revised Swords to Plowshares. This card is older than Victoria. I like movies a lot. I like books a lot. I like entertainment a lot, which is probably why I went into the entertainment industry. And I don't... There is this thing where we expect people to sort of have the same experiences that we have with movies or video games or just about anything else, and when they don't, and when someone like Victoria says, yeah, I've never watched Star Wars, I've only ever seen the first episode, which is like the only one that you don't have to watch. Like the series actually gets better if you don't watch the first one. But when we see people that do that haven't watched these things that we like, it's like it's a personal affront to us because some of those things mean so much to us. Like Star Wars means so much to me that I'm shocked when I meet someone who hasn't seen them. Like she could probably quote the movie, but she's never seen it. That's crazy. Like something as pervasive as Star Wars. Hey, if you haven't watched Star Wars and you're watching this, stop. Go watch Star Wars. That's you too, Victoria. Kevin kind of started talking about video games too. I like video games, like a lot. I would like to design games. That's something that I've always done. And I've never really been able to do it in a sort of professional capacity. When we were kids, my brothers and I would make up all sorts of games. We would take pieces of some random thing, or we used to design card games using 3x5 index cards, where I would ride my bike down to the local gas station, buy a ton of them, and then we would make a card game. Or we'd also, a couple times, made it so that each card in your standard 52 deck your 52 card deck of cards was something different. So like the 4 of spades would be a weapon, and then the queen would be the dude that you'd put it on. But we just made games all the time, and it's something that I've always wanted to do. I don't want to program or design the look of them, but as far as mechanics, I get really into the mechanics of games. What else am I supposed to talk about? Oh, Niall doesn't like things, so that's surprising. One of the things that I don't like about movies as a whole is that you end up kind of having to have this sort of compressed storytelling, and I really appreciate it now when books are adapted into these epic miniseries, notably Game of Thrones. Well, it's not really a miniseries, it's just a series. But where they're this huge sort of, they try to decompress it as much as they can. And, well, in the case of Game of Thrones, they have to just do that just so they can fit things in, because there's 300 some odd characters in the books. And I really appreciate that they do that, because that's one of the limitations of movies now. And I think that like there are some series that are coming out that I think are going to be amazing, that are based off of a book or books. If this is your first Vlogalogue video, I'm sorry. I'm normally much more entertaining and energetic and, I don't know, happy. Well, whatever. Bye.